So in a circle, of course, we know that each point is equidistant from the center point. That's r radius. So let's go ahead and take a look at the standard form with a center hk and radius r. Okay, the equation for the standard form of a circle is x minus h squared plus y minus k squared equals r squared. Okay, let's go ahead and copy that down. X minus h squared plus y minus k squared equals r squared. Okay, that's with the center being h comma k. Okay, and we'll practice this quite a bit. Now, if you see something like this, if you see something like x squared, let's put it right here, x squared plus y squared equals r squared, that's the same thing. That's the same thing. The only difference is there's no h and there's no k. Right? There's no h and there's no k, which really means, guys, what number signifies nothingness? 0, right? Which means your center, your h is 0 and your k is 0. So this really just means your center is 0, 0. Right? Your center is 0, 0. That's all that means. Now there's an alternate form. There's an alternate form. This is the main one you see in the book. But if you don't like this, what you can do is you can divide everything by r squared. So take this guy. If you divide everything by r squared, you get this: x minus h squared over r squared. Right? You're dividing everything by r squared, plus y minus k squared over r squared equals. And then if you divide r squared divided by r squared, you would just get the number 1. Okay? So the main one we're dealing with is this one. You'll see this one quite a bit if it's 0, 0. But if you like to do it this way, because this fits in better with kind of the other shapes we're going to do. If you like this way, that's fine. You can write it like this. I'm not going to penalize you. These two are equivalent. It's just an alternate form. All right. So some notes about circle. As Janita pointed out already, we don't have one squared term like a parabola. We don't have 0 squared terms like a line. We have 2 squared terms. X and y are both squared. X and y are both squared. Now, we have a plus sign between them. There's a plus sign between them, not a minus sign. That's going to be different than one of them. Now, it also has the same number for the x and y axis. And if that doesn't make sense yet, that's okay. It'll make more sense when we do ellipses. But basically, if you see the same number here, like this is a 9 and this is a 9, right? It's the same number, right? It's the same number. Then you know, okay, then this is a circle, right? This is a circle. On the other hand, if you see something like, oh, 9 and 16, right? These guys are different. That tells you this is stretched one way more than the other. So we want to write the standard form equation of this circle. Remember, our standard form looks like this: x minus h squared plus y minus k squared equals r squared. All right, that's the standard form. If you don't like that, you can divide everything by r squared, but let's just stick with this for now. Okay, so basically we just plug it in here. Let's just go ahead and plug it in. So x, so here's our h and k, right? That's the center. Here's our r. So we go ahead and plug in x minus 11 squared plus y minus 3 squared equals 4 squared. And after a while, of course, you don't have to do it like this because you can kind of skip ahead, but we see we're going to get x minus 11 squared plus y minus a minus turns into a plus 3 squared equals 16. That's it. All we did was write the standard form. That's all we did. It says write the standard form. Pretty simple. Let's just jump to number 4. All right, let's do number 4 here. So again, we got h and k. So we've got x minus a minus 10, right? X minus h squared plus y minus 2 squared equals I'll put this in parentheses, square root of 31 squared. All right, x minus h squared plus y minus k squared equals r squared. All right, that's my h and k. This is my r. So if I clean this up, I just get x plus 10 squared plus y plus 2 squared equals 31. All right, so not so bad. Not so bad. Any questions so far? Yes, sir.
We just wrote 31 because there is no square root of 30.
Right, we're just squaring it. What's the square root of 31 squared? Remember, these guys just kind of undo each other, so we're left with just 31. Yep. So let's do one more here. Let's do number 6. So x minus 0 squared plus, right, this is our h, this is our k, this is our r. X minus 0 squared plus y minus 0 squared equals 15 squared. But if we clean that up, we just get x minus 0, that's just x squared, plus y minus 0, that's just y squared, and then 15 times 15, that's just 225. All right. Let's come back together. For number 2, just so, can you read off, just tell us, what did you get for your final equation here?
X minus 12 squared plus y plus 8 squared equals 36.
Good. All right. Excellent. Remember, that's a plus because it's a minus here. Let's look at number 3 here. Blank. There's blank ones in here. Rocky, how about number 3? Just read off what you get for your final.
X minus 3 squared plus y minus 5 squared equals 4.
All right, there we go. And finally, number 5. Yes, Renz, what did you get for this one?
X squared plus y squared equals 103.
Okay, x squared plus y squared, because there's nothing here to take away. And then we square this, and we're going to get just 103. All right, very good. All right, any questions on how to write the equation of a circle? So our center is just going to be, all right, so if it's minus 16 here, guys, what is it going to be? Is it be 16 or minus 16? 16, and then this is going to be? Negative 9. Good. All right, this is our h, right? It's x minus h squared plus y minus k squared. That's why you guys were correct. And this is r squared. So if you ever get confused, just think, okay, if r squared is 144, and then I square root both sides, r, of course, is just going to equal 12. Right? So r equals 12. And let's just hop down over here to number 9. This is kind of a different problem. You'll see this in your textbook. So originally, let's ignore this for now. Ignore this. Here, this one, our center at first is going to be 0, 0. Right? 0, 0. Our radius, what's our radius here, ladies and gentlemen? 4. Now, let's say I'm going to translate it 4 left and 3 up. 4 left and 3 up. So instead of being 0, 0, my new center is going to be, let's think about this, 4 left, so which is that going to be 4 or negative 4? It's going to be negative 4, and then my new y is going to be 3, because you're just moving up 3. Did my radius change at all if I shift it 4 left and 3 up? Does the radius of the circle change? The bigness of the circle does not change, so my radius remains 4. Okay, so this is your answer. Are we okay with that? Now, all right, just to keep things moving a little bit, let's just go ahead and check it out together. Angelique, can you tell us, what did you get for your center for number 8? Negative 8 and negative 3. Good, because it's the opposite of this guy. Good, and then Angelique, if this is our r squared, what would our r be? 11, right? Just square root that. Very good. Okay, so let's take a look at this one, guys. Right now, currently our center is 0, 0. And, ladies and gentlemen, what would our radius be? Would it be 7? It would be the square root of 7 right now. But if I translate it, if I shift it 2 right 17 down. 2 right and 17 down. Okay, our new center, Omar, what would our new center be?
2, negative 17.
2, good, negative 17. And then Omar, would our radius have changed?
No.
No, it's just still square root of 7. That's kind of unusual. Any questions there? In your textbooks, it asks you to go one more step farther and says to write the equation from here, but you should be able to write this equation. You just go back and say, all right, that would be like x minus 2 squared plus y plus 17 squared equals 7. All right, but pretty basic to go from here to here. All right, so we've got that equation stuff down. Let's go ahead now and graph. Let's go ahead and graph. So I identify the center and radius and then graph. So let's go ahead and take a look here. Our center, so Lupe, if there's no HK listed here, what is my center? 0, 0. Excellent. And then my radius for number 11, Sandra, what is my radius?
7.
Exactly. It's the square root of 49, which is 7. So let's graph this. Go ahead and put a big center here at 0, 0. And our radius is 7, which means it's going to be 7 in every direction. We don't have compasses. So let's just do it kind of the best we can. We'll go up 7, 7 this direction, go 7 down this direction. We'll go 7 to the right, 7 to the right, and 7 to the left. And that's kind of the best we can do without a compass. And then just try to connect it with a circle. You can either do it all at once, or I try to do it in 4 arcs. That was much better than the previous periods. The previous periods looked like a potato. So I am improving. You will improve with practice. If yours looks like a potato, it will improve. I guarantee you. Yeah.
So do you always apply it 4 times?
Just because, you know, it's going to be 7. It's supposed to be 7 in every direction, right? That's what a radius is, right? So that's why we just want to go 7 in all 4 directions. Yeah. Because that's what a circle is, right? It's the same in all directions. Different than an ellipse. Okay. So let's go ahead. Why don't you guys just do number 12? Actually, no. 12 is too easy for you guys. Come to the backside with me. Come to the backside with me. Too easy for you guys. Why don't we go ahead and do number 17 together, and then I'll let you do the rest. All right, number 17. Let's just do this last one together, and then you guys do the rest on your own. So 17, our center. Think about this. Our center here. Let's see. Jacqueline, not Jacqueline over here, Jacqueline over there. Jacqueline, what is our center? 2, negative 2. Exactly, because it's x minus h, y minus k squared equals r squared. And if that is true, our r, Lawrence, what is our r going to be? Square root of 7. Now here's kind of interesting because, well, how do we graph square root of 7 if it's not a integer? Well, we just have to guess. We don't have a calculator even. So let's see. What would the square root of 7 be? Square root of 7, I don't know, but it's between. Let's see. I know the square root of 9 is 3, and I know the square root of 4 is 2. So the square root of 7 must be between 2 and 3, right? It must be between 2 and 3. And it's a little bit closer to 9, right? 7 is a little bit closer to 9 because you got 4, 5, and 6 here. You just got 8 here. So let's be a little bit closer to 3. So let's go ahead and put our center here at 2, negative 2. Right? 2, negative 2. And then let's go ahead and do a radius of square root of 7. Square root of 7. So a little bit, let's go about like 2, let's just say about 2.6. All right, we don't know exactly. It's just between 2 and 3. So we'll go up 2 at 0.6. 1, 2, 0.6. A little bit past halfway. And then over 2, 1, 2, 0.6. Down 2, 1, 2, 0.6. Left 2, 1, 2, 0.6. So a little bit over 2.5. A little bit over 2.5. And then again, just connect your circle